Okay, so I am just going to kick us off and then people join later. They probably won't be missing much of me welcoming you all here and we'll get started. My name is Megan Eagle. I'm with the Ohio Chamber of Commerce. Thank you to everyone who has joined us today. I think it's going to be a really great webinar. I would just like to say thank you to Sedgwick, who is our sponsor for this webinar. Allowing us to host these has been wonderful. We're going to have a really great presentation. There is SHRM and HRCI credit attached to this. Post-webinar, I will be sending out a survey. It's just an evaluation. You can tell us what you thought, and I will also send out the codes associated with those 2 credits so you can add those in. I'm going to hand it over to Ashley Attaway, who's going to get us started.
Hi, everyone. Welcome, and thank you so much for the invitation to be here today. I am Ashley Attaway. I am our Vice President for People Experience and Support at Rocket Central. And I'm here with Ray Maxsood, and we are excited to be here.
Yeah, thank you. Excited to be here. Ray Maxsood with Rocket Central. I'm Vice President of Talent Acquisition, and we're looking forward to talking today about what makes our workplace culture unique and the specific practices that we have in place that help us attract and retain an amazing workforce. So our goal is to help that joining and listening today, you're able to take some specific things back to your business. We're going to have time at the end for questions. And before we jump in, we're going to move to the next slide. I'll talk through our agenda for the day, and then we'll get started.
And it looks like screen sharing might be disabled. Can we bring that back up?
You should be able to now. I'm sorry about that. It must have.
No problem. Okay, here we go.
Technical difficulties.
Okay, are we going? Can you all see that?
It looks like it's in a different presenting mode. I can see your next slide on the right hand as well.
Oh, got it. Thank you. 1 second.
You know, let's get all of these technical difficulties out of the way early.
Yep.
Maybe there's going to be one more, and then we're going to be smooth sailing for the rest of this.
I will just say while they're getting that fixed, you are more than welcome to put your questions in the chat box throughout this or the Q&A, and they will have time at the end to answer them. So we're going to save them all for the end.
Okay, it's still showing my notes here. I think. Oops.
So I think in display settings.
Yeah.
There you go. Perfect.
Got it. Okay.
We're ready. Well, why don't we jump right to the agenda? Great. Okay, so today we're going to talk about a couple things. First and foremost, we want to talk about Rocket and Rocket companies, the brands that make it up. We're going to talk about the work that we've done and we're going to continue to do in the city of Cleveland. And then we're going to talk about what it means to really understand the culture within our business, how we educate our team members on that, and what it means to really live our culture. And then we've got a great section called our secret sauce. This is where we're going to get into the specific practices that we've used and had really good feedback and reception from our business that help people stay engaged within our workforce. We're going to pull it all together and open to taking questions that I know we're throwing into the chat. So why don't we go ahead and get started and go to the next slide. So today we're here, Ashley and I are representing Rocket Central, which is one of many companies within Rocket Companies, the public brand. We formed this business only about 2 years ago, 2020, late 2019, we started to get ready. And this is really a centralization of many common professional services that businesses utilize, and we're internal facing. So Rocket Central is a business that has human resources, accounting, technology, legal, events and planning, even workplace planning. And we work together to support the different brands within our Rocket Companies umbrella. We've seen really good growth in the past couple of years, and something that stands out here at Rocket Central, and it's true throughout our umbrella, is that we are really passionate about growing team members to achieve greatness and empowering our clients to unleash the maximum potential of their business through an unmatched partnership. So we really look at the businesses we support. They're our clients, and we're constantly looking for new ways to improve and how we support them. We're based out of Detroit, Michigan, as many of our brands are. And if we go to the next slide, I'd like to give a little bit of a different look at what Rocket Companies really is. So, I would say years ago, before we went public as Rocket Companies, this entity of businesses was really known as Quicken Loans and the family of companies. But we went public as RKT, Rocket Companies, and we've really diversified our approach in the finance space. And I think a simple way to look at the different brands that we have here is seeing that we've got businesses like Rocket Mortgage and Amrock Title focused on helping clients get a home. We have businesses focused on helping you sell and buy a home. Rocket Central and others that are internal focused that just help our businesses grow and focus on their core competencies while scaling and providing a better service for their clients. And then we've got a couple of brands that are focused on managing your personal finances or help you find the right financial tool. And one that I wanted to call out before we keep moving is Rocket Money. This is a business that we acquired this year, and it was formerly known as Truebill. Truebill was an app with millions of users that helps people try to save money and get a collective picture of their finances. Now Rocket Money is rebranded. I would highly recommend everybody checks it out. One thing I have to share, I think is just so awesome about this app, is you can link your credit card, debit card, bank information, retirement fund, investments, anything that is related to your personal finances. And it gives you this really comprehensive and sleek overview of where you stand financially, what you're spending every month. But the really cool part is that it shows you all of your active subscriptions. And with the click of a button, it'll allow you to cancel any subscriptions you realize you no longer need. And they'll even negotiate on your behalf to lower your bills. So really cool tool. I think that before we move on, a reason why I wanted to explain the differences in the services that we provide within Rocket Companies is because as we have added different businesses on and we've changed, that means that our workforce is changing. And the type of talent that we're bringing in and the type of talent that we want to retain is changing. So to have a culture that is strong and something that universally ties people together and ensures they feel like they have a productive career or a career that they're proud of, they understand how to navigate, it becomes more important the more diverse that we get as a business. So let's jump to the next slide. I want to talk a little bit about some of the awesome work that we've done in Cleveland, which is so important, especially to the folks that work here at Rocket Companies in Cleveland. So in the past couple of years, we have definitely invested a lot of money into the city because we care about the community that we live in. To date, we've invested over $2 billion in Cleveland and the surrounding county, and we've acquired over 4 million square footage of real estate through our real estate development company, Bedrock. We've got over 4,000 team members that work here that are all strongly committed to the community and have given over 50,000 volunteer hours so far. And when we think about how this applies to your business, when you look at attracting and retaining talent, being connected to the community that you exist in and finding talent that has the skills for the job, but also has a passion for the community in which your business resides is such a great combination and provides a different level of pride and experience when you're coming to work every day, knowing that the business that you're supporting supports the environment that you're operating in. So a couple examples of what this looks like. I would bet that many are the most familiar with the Rocket Mortgage Fieldhouse, which is the home of the Cavs, and recently underwent a major transformation, and it's looking great. But our Bedrock real estate entity, our real estate entity Bedrock has also undertaken multiple acquisitions and renovation projects over the past couple of years. And I'd like to read off a couple of them. The first one, we repurposed the Avenue shops at Tower City, where you might have seen Skylight Park unveiled this summer. There was a major renovation of the May Company building, which transformed the former iconic shopping destination and one of the premier residential and mixed-use spaces in downtown Cleveland. There was a renovation of the Ritz-Carlton Hotel. We restored the Higbee building. And in addition to these, we just continue to add thousands of square feet of office, residential, and commercial spaces throughout our portfolio. We really care about Cleveland. This is an area that we want to continue to grow in, and there's so much potential in the city. Go to the next slide. Last year, Bedrock and the city of Cleveland also announced a comprehensive plan to transform Cleveland's riverfront and make it more accessible for visitors and residents. This will include significant infrastructure investments, including public spaces, new pathways, and transit-oriented development. Our philanthropic entity, the Rocket Community Fund, which you'll hear a bit more about later from Ashley, has also made some significant investments in Cleveland. In partnership with the Cleveland Neighborhood Progress and the Cleveland Foundation, the fund launched Neighbor to Neighbor last year, which is focused on connecting residents to critical housing resources, as well as bridging the digital divide. And before we jump off the topic of Cleveland, we thought that we have a couple-minute video that really summarizes and highlights some of the vision for the future of Cleveland and how our business wants to impact it. So I love if we could play that and take 2 minutes here to watch it. It's a really great representation of how we see the city transforming. Great, thank you. Yeah, I really like to see some of the future plans and spending time here in Cleveland. I'm actually in our Cleveland office right now. It's so exciting to come back. I try to come back as often as I can and watch how the city's flourishing. I mean, our business has a big foothold in Detroit, but Cleveland is a unique space and there's so much opportunity. So love to take some questions on that at the end if we've got some time. But for now, let's move on to living our culture. So what you're looking at on this slide is a picture of our ISMS book. It's called ISMS in Action, and we release a new one every year. But regardless of which companies that we're talking about or where team members are based, these ISMS are a constant. There are 20 philosophies that guide us and drive our decision-making. And it's foundational for our business. This impacts the type of team members that we attract to our companies, and it's a really big reason why they decide to stay. Our ISMs create consistency across our companies, and that's important to team members because they might navigate different career paths that take them to different businesses within our network. And while their leadership styles may change, while they may move from role to role and have a different type of team and different type of challenges, they keep the same lens at how to solve problems, how to look at our business. And that is so critical because while you might take a new opportunity within your career, you're still familiar with how to show up every day. And there's a level of comfort in that and also allows people to hit the ground running. So a couple examples of what our 20 ISMs are, I want to call out 3 here. Do the right thing, yes before no, obsessed with finding a better way. These are simple mantras that feed into everything that we do. And as we'll discuss later, they really permeate into really all the decisions that we make and how we guide our team members in career paths. But this ISMs and Actions book is really a cool thing that our company looks forward to because they go into detail on really what each mantra means and how to apply it. And I thought that before we moved on, we're going to get to the Our Secret Sauce portion of the presentation. I want to call out that a lot of businesses have philosophies that are shared or core values, but making it stick and embraced and ensuring that that's engaging for the team members within the business really comes down to ensuring that visibility of your philosophy is always there. It's communicated on a regular basis, and that team members are rewarded and recognized for actually living it, and they know how to apply it. So from our executive level to someone that has just joined the company, you're going to experience and hear about these the same way. And throughout your career, you're going to have moments constantly where the isms are coming up, a theme that may be highlighted for the month that we communicate throughout the business. Like this month, it's obsessed with finding a better way. Let's recognize people that are doing that, find a way to reward those that really achieved it. I think it's keeping it alive. That's the key. It's not just developing the right words, of course, it's really putting it into practice. So that's something that's helped us really differentiate, and again, helped us retain the type of talent that we want in our business. So let's jump to the next slide, our secret sauce. And I think we could just go one more over. Okay, so we've got a lot of good bits to share here. This first piece is about how we attract and keep great people because of the type of opportunities that we offer internally and the way that we allow team members to be engaged and continue to develop while they're here. So the first word that you see is Thrive, and that is the name of our internal mobility tool, career program. And we know that coming from a talent acquisition perspective, you might join a business. This is the role that you think that you want and that you feel passionate about, and it may be, but after a certain amount of time, you might be looking for the next step. And we've put a really robust team together that helps team members navigate the next career in their journey and ensure that that talent doesn't need to go outside an organization. You can stay within and you can gain experience the way that you want, while also being a part of the company that you're already immersed in. It's been really successful, and it's something that we broadcast and showcase to our business. And honestly, my own experience working within Rocket companies kind of highlights this. I have a background in supply chain. I worked in the automotive industry, and I joined the business about 5 years ago in recruiting. I moved to communications. I moved to project management. I moved to parking for a time being, coordinating our parking and logistics, and now I'm back in talent acquisition. But we support that type of internal mobility, and that really helps team members feel engaged. And that's how you can see what you're doing every day is not just a job, it's not just a task. This is a stage in your career. The next bullet point up there is roadmap, and that's named for our orientation program that every team member experiences. So this doesn't matter if you are an executive hire, if you are an intern joining the company, if you're a temporary contractor, a consultant, no matter who, anybody that's within our business ecosystem goes through the same orientation program so they can experience what our culture means to us. They can understand what to expect joining our company, and it's equal no matter who's coming in. This is a couple-day program, and we're constantly revising it, making sure we're listening to people and hearing how we can improve it. But we take that one so seriously. Next, professional development. We actually offer for full-time team members 24 hours every year to grow their skills and knowledge, specifically outside of time we encourage when they have free time throughout their work. So this is time they can block on their calendar, block a full day, and they can join internal training sessions, diversity, equity, and inclusion events, different types of professional summits that we may host, or types of education and development that they find externally from the business. They can use these hours to block it, attend what they want, and continue to grow. So we've seen great embrace of that program, and it's something where we're going to continue. And the last one is really cool, our education partnerships. So we've got a program called Rock Academy, and this allows team members to work on degree programs online. They get a personal coach, and they can obtain an advanced degree. They can attain different types of certifications related to something that they want to grow in or related to the job that they're in. And all of the options and the type of schools that we partner with are 100% reimbursed by the company. So they can continue to be educated without paying out of pocket to further their education. And we also have some select universities outside of Rock Academy that offer direct tuition discounts to our team members. So I love to talk about the different things that we do to support team members building their career. I'm starting to jump into Ashley's section, so I'm actually going to pass it to her. These are just some of the amazing benefits that we offer, and I'm going to let her continue to share the rest.
Thanks, Ray. So Ray spends a lot of his time focused on attracting top-notch talent. And once folks are here, I'm focused on engaging and retaining our talent. So I want to walk through some of the things that we're proud of. You're going to see me get passionate about engagement and supporting our team members, because ultimately I am responsible for the experience our team members have here within the Rocket companies. So let's start off talking about our world-class benefits. And I mean, we do have award-winning benefits. So we offer great health insurance options, and we're always reevaluating those options to ensure they remain best in class. We have multiple medical plan options, both PPO and HSAs. We did introduce a new one this year that we're really excited about, and we're offering our team members a zero premium plan option. And this is truly a great benefit for Ray and his team as he is looking to attract new talent, but it's also really helpful with retention. Something that we do that may not be as traditional when we think about benefits are our family focus groups. So we support team members through all stages of their family life. We provide benefits related to adoption and foster care, fertility, subsidies for childcare that I take advantage of, and resources like care.com. We also have many support services. We offer consulting sessions related to elder care. We have many support groups dedicated to our team members in their various stages of life. And some of these support groups may be for single parents or parenting children with special needs, postpartum groups, grief groups. And these are just a really great way for team members to connect with others that may be going through what they are going through and find that extra layer of support. We're probably all familiar with paid time off and medical leaves. So we do offer a generous PTO bank. Our team members accrue 3 weeks of PTO in their first year of service, and it grows substantially from there. We also offer primary and co-primary parental leaves and personal leaves once you've achieved 5 years of service. Something else I think that really helps set us apart is we offer 9 months of extended medical leave, which includes short-term disability and long-term disability. And if approved, our team members are paid at 60 to 70% of their salary through a duration of their leave while they're trying to get better and come back to us. Wellness is something that we're always focused on. We actually have a separate wellness team that is focused on ensuring our team members have what they need, and supporting team members through programs that help enhance their quality of life. Within our offices, we have dedicated wellness rooms that team members can check out, and they can use these rooms for meditation or prayer or just quiet time away from the chaos and hustle and bustle. And this is in addition to our mother's rooms that our new moms can check out to take care of any needs they may have. We have an amazing on-site fitness facility, as well as an on-site healthcare center called the Rock Health Collective. And we rolled this out in 2019. It's a one-stop shop for all of our team members and their physical health. We provide vaccines, pharmacy services, primary care, chiropractic, and physical therapy. I also want to talk about Spring Health, which is our best-in-class team member assistance program. We provide access to therapy at no cost for up to 12 sessions. We provide access to crisis support. We have in-app wellness exercises, and they also offer a care navigator to help team members understand the care and support they may need. And we found this has been, particularly helpful as we've navigated the last couple of years through the pandemic. I don't know about you, but I think most industries and organizations have seen an increase in a need for team members to have this kind of support. And we're very lucky to have Spring Health. So if we can move on to our next slide, we want to talk about financial well-being. So we know that financial well-being is so important to our team members, and we're focused on offering programs that are dedicated to helping our team members build a stable financial future. It's not just about the paycheck we take home every couple of weeks. We should be preparing for the long term, right? So one of the things we do is we have a huge perk program where we offer discounts. You can go onto our perk spot and our team members can find discounts for almost anything you need. You can get mattresses, eyeglasses, pet supplies, all kinds of discounts. We can help with your phone bill and other things. A big thing that we were really proud of is our home ownership assistance. We've recently rolled out a grant program for our team members where we help offer, down payment assistance for eligible first-time home buyers that are our team members. And we also have offered discounted mortgage rates and closing costs for all team members, to help with their purchases or refinances. Savings are critically important. We have a traditional 401k where we match up to 50% of the max for our team members who contribute. And also, since going public, we offer a team member stock purchase plan where folks have the opportunity to invest in our stock regularly. Next up is experience and engagement. And I think this is where you guys will really see me come alive. This is my passion. This is what I love to do. And I think this is really the meat of retaining our team members, is ensuring the experience that they have engages them with the workforce and ties everything back to, the vision and the core strategies of the organization. So how do we do that? How do we provide a great experience? How do we engage our team members? Well, a key piece of that is our listening strategy and listening to our team members and truly acting on the feedback where we can. We have a robust listening strategy, and it really helps keep our engagement high and our inclusion high as well. So we have various channels we use to gather this feedback from our team members. And we also use these avenues to provide, communication and feedback to our most senior leaders that can help guide some of the top of the house decisions we make about how we interact with our team members in our guidelines and policies that we have. So the first piece I want to talk about is our engagement survey. Most of us are really familiar with that. We call our annual engagement survey, the outlet. We also have quarterly check-ins called the Spark. And really, we want to deep dive on how our team members are feeling about their work, their leadership, their environment, and anything else that comes to mind. This also drives our "You Said It, We Did It" campaign. And if you're truly open to a listening strategy for your team members, I do feel that this is a really strong action you can take to engage your team members. Is if you listen and you make change, you've got to market that. You've got to let your team members know, hey, I heard you, and this is what we did based on that feedback. And that's what we call our "You Said It, We Did It" campaign, which ties that feedback directly back to action that organizations take. And it ensures our team members have a voice and they know that it's heard and their opinion matters. So we also do roundtables and engagement sessions. We hold these roundtables or engagement sessions with senior leaders all the way to our line level leadership, as well as our human resources team members. And we really just facilitate these discussions to drive conversation, learn what's going on with our team members, and really inform us about the issues that are on their mind so we can adjust our support and the experience they have accordingly. Our team member resource networks, most people know them as affinity groups, but we currently have 13 team member led groups, which we call TMRNs for short. You can see why, it's a pretty long name there. But we have over 12,000 members of our team member resource networks, with more than 7,000 unique team members participating, because some may be members of more than one group and can identify with multiple groups. But we truly lean on these groups to help understand the needs of our team member base. And these groups are invited, to sit down with company leadership and listen and help inform things like our DEI initiatives and truly help inform action that we take to support our team members. And last, and certainly not least, because clear and transparent communication is of utmost importance in engaging and retaining your team members. We truly set out to make sure our team members are informed about what is happening in our organization, what our core strategies are, what priorities support those core strategies, and how the work we do every day as team members supports those strategies and initiatives. So some of the ways we do that is through a show we called Q&J with our CEO, Jay Farner, where he takes questions directly from team members and questions that are on their mind and answers them for the whole company. We also have an informative show called Update, where we learn about the core strategies and priorities for the organization and really share that with transparency and consistency. And then monthly, we have a Spread the News program where our Chief People Officer and Chief Amazement Officer speak directly to the team leaders of our organization and provide insights into what's going on in direction for how we can continue to support our team members, especially through the change we've had over the last 2.5 years. So in our next slide, I'm going to talk a little bit about rewards and recognition, which truly is a big component to our special sauce. So the Amaze program, this is our rewards and recognition platform. And what is special about our program is that we use our recognition platform to drive recognition through the lens of our 20 isms. You've heard Ray talk about them. Not only are they the philosophies that we live by, but our actions are truly driven by those isms, and we reward our team members for those behaviors. So it's our one-stop shop to celebrate our team members' accomplishments, from the major to just saying, hey, thank you. You demonstrated our isms today and we saw it and we appreciate you. I think Ray also talked about our Isms in Action Award, where we nominate a team member or a team member wins our Ism in Action Award every month for truly demonstrating each one of the isms monthly. Oh, and also I forgot to mention about our platform here is that our team members on the recognition platform earn points that they can redeem to make amazing and awesome purchases through our Amaze Marketplace. Ray also mentioned our in-house events team. And I mean, guys, they truly create incredible events, from our all company holiday parties to our awards program like Rocket Honors. And Rocket Honors is our version of the Oscars, and every team member gets to experience this. It's a red carpet event where team members can hear about the wins and celebrate the experiences that we've all had throughout the year. Our nominees get featured in an ESPN style headshot that's shared with the whole group as we unveil the winners. And then our amazement team, which is another thing that I truly think sets us apart. And look, you're going to hear the word amaze a lot from me, but I truly think what we do warrants the use of that word, and we do use it a lot. But our amazement team is our in-house culture and engagement team. It is a team of 30 individuals that are focused on driving connection, collaboration, and engagement within our organization. They help with team building, team outings, and offer programs that support our team members and help enhance their team member experience. And every leader throughout our organization has a team member experience budget where they can partner with the amazement team and create outings, lunches, giveaways, and what we like to call surprise and delight events. And last but certainly not least, I want to talk a little bit about our Aunties to Succeed. No conversation about recognition would be complete without talking about how we assess performance of our team members and leaders. So we do performance reviews at mid-year and annually. But we also expect that our team leaders are talking to our team members about their performance throughout the year. The way you're performing in your performance review should never be a surprise. We should be talking on a regular cadence about our expectations, how we're performing, and how our performance compares to those expectations. So back to our Aunties to Succeed, that is the framework for our annual and mid-year performance reviews. And our Aunties are observable behaviors that we use to measure successful performance, regardless of role. So those Aunties are care, create, connect, deliver, and grow. And all of this goes back to our philosophy of transparency, where team members know what's expected of them in their roles and what is expected of them as they progress through their career. So next up, I want to talk a little bit about serving and giving to our community. And Ray had mentioned as he started to get into his presentation about the Rocket Community Fund. And something you'll hear around our hallways is we are, for more than profit. And one of the things our team members tell us on our engagement surveys and best places to work surveys is they love the way we give back to the community. The Rocket Community Fund is our philanthropic arm. They have a similar philosophy to all of our companies, which is making the complex simple, but they're focused on changing inequitable systems to ensure that every American has access to stable and healthy housing. So currently, Rocket Community Fund is focused on specific pillars, and they're focused on ending homelessness, bridging the digital divide, preventing displacement, and building wealth through home ownership. We also offer numerous opportunities for our team members to give back to the community. We provide dedicated volunteer hours that team members can use during the workday to give back to nonprofits. We also have so many opportunities for our team members to partner with other nonprofits and, can really just give their time 1 hour at a time. If you want to, read books to children, that's something you can submit your volunteer time for and spend time doing that. Let's talk about here. Let's talk about the Cavs in Cleveland. So we know that the Cavs take a big role in giving back to the community, and throughout the work they do here with local teams like the 3-Team Alliance, the NBA Foundation, and there are players' own initiatives that are focused on giving back, in particular to social justice causes. All right. So future of work. I don't know about you, but we've spent a lot of time in the past 2.5 years really defining our work smart strategy and defining the future of work for our organization. You know, the pandemic sent us all on a mission to figure it out, which has been, a guiding ism for us over the past few years. We will figure it out. And we've also figured out a new way to work. I'm sure most of you have too. So our future of work team has kept our team members and offices safe as we've reshaped how we work. We have become a hybrid workforce with most of our team members in the office 2 to 3 days a week. Now, we do strongly believe that there's a benefit to teams being physically together. We believe in the connection and the collaboration and folks, working side by side and the conversations that you have in the hallways. We think those are invaluable, and we do encourage on-site attendance. And, our schedules are staggered so that we have team members downtown and in our buildings all throughout the week. So, how has our future of work program been successful and really helped keep our team members engaged over the past couple of years? First and foremost is just clear and transparent communication. We've communicated frequently and openly with our team members about what they can expect related to coming back into the office. We've given, lead time and clear expectations and time for team members to meet family obligations and adjust to coming back in. And just letting folks know what's ahead and giving them enough time to prepare and find that flexibility has been key. So our office environment, we had plenty of time and opportunity and made changes to our workspaces to give team members more space to feel safe and keep their distance when returning to the office. And we've also updated our cleaning protocols and enhanced our ventilation systems. And even though many of the rules and regulations at the local or state level are not in place anymore, we've kept up with these practices to ensure our team members continue to feel safe coming into the office. And while we're not, required to have many health policies on hand, we think we learned a lot of great things over the past 2 years, and we want our team members to feel safe. And so we still encourage them to think about their health every day. If you're not feeling well, please stay home. If you can work from home, great, but we don't have to push and come into the office when we're sick. It's not healthy for us, and it's not healthy for others around us. So I know I've talked a lot. I'm going to try to wrap this up and pull it all together through the lens of our isms. And I'm going to go back to where Ray started and where it really all starts for us. And it is our isms. So a few things that I think can really tie us up today is every client, every time. But I tend to say every team member, every time. People don't know how much don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. And I think that's true. If your team members know that you truly care about their health and well-being and allow for flexibility, you can build strong relationships with both internal and external clients and amaze your team members. And when you're amazing your team members, you then amaze your clients and create those wow experiences. Another ism that we strongly lean into is we are the they. And really what this means is that we're united. We're all in this mission together. No corporate barriers, no boundaries. We really strive to embrace the unique and amazing parts of our culture in our team members. And we really encourage our team members to show up as the best version of themselves every single day. And we really work to make sure our environment enables that. You've heard me say it before. I probably say it 17 times a day. We'll figure it out. We don't always have to have all the answers before we take on a project or launch a new idea, but we have faith that it'll come together and that we'll figure it out along the way. And then another lesson learned, a penny saved is a penny. If you invest in chasing pennies, you'll find pennies and not much else. Value's not always measured on a spreadsheet, right? So metrics are important. But if you spend your energy on creating and growing your business and investing in your team members and not squeezing every last cent out of everything, you'll find a more engaged workforce. So thank you for your time. I know I talked a lot today about what we have to offer and how we look to attract and retain our team members. I really thank you for listening, and I'm wondering if we have any questions.
So I don't see any questions posted yet in the Q&A or chat, but we will just give it a couple minutes to see if anybody types any in. And if not, we can wrap up. Okay, I'm not seeing any come through, but we can, if you guys are comfortable, share contact info, or they can question me and I can pass them along to you, whatever we want, if anyone thinks of anything after the presentation. But again, this is HRCI and SHRM credit given. So I'll send out an email later today with all that information included so you guys can get those credits for this. Thank you all for presenting. This was a really wonderful, very, very informational one of my favorites. So I'm really happy about this one. Thank you all for joining and we'll see you next time.
Thank you so much.
Take care, everybody.